the Scott Ballard Show here on the Warrior Sports Network. And Coach Ballard, your first two NSIC games of the year this weekend, a game against Sioux Falls on Friday, Southwest Minnesota State on Saturday. It's got to be nice for you to finally be able to get back home and play a conference game here in McCowan Gymnasium.
Yeah, life is tough on the road, and the competition has a lot to do with that. But it's going to be a challenge for us every game because we're not an explosive offensive team yet. So a lot of our games are going to be close. I mean, that's what we've seen. The first three games, have all been 6 to 8 point games. Sioux Falls and Southwest basically have their entire team returning from a year ago. We split with those two teams last year. We won at home, lost on the road. They're predominantly man-to-man teams, but they defend, ball screens and other things in different ways with their philosophy. But Sioux Falls is a really good shooting team, well coached. They have a really good go-to player in Laura Johnson. They added a Division I transfer guard in Taylor Varsho from Colorado State. So they're a dangerous team. They lost to Wayne by 8 and lost to Augie by 6 this past weekend. So those are two really good teams that are nationally ranked as well. And we're going to have to play. We're going to have to continue to get better, and we're going to have to play 40 minutes to give ourselves a chance to win. You
mentioned the offense right now for your ball clubs. A little bit of a work in progress. Mm-hmm. It's getting there, but that puts a little more pressure on the defense. An area where your team has really come through, especially last weekend against Minnesota State, holding a team that averaged over 90 points to under 70.
Mm-hmm. Well, a lot of that has to deal with our offense from the standpoint of taking care of the basketball, limiting run out opportunities off of turnovers, and also taking good shots and shooting a better percentage from the field and trying to get the free throw line a little bit more. So they all go hand in hand, and sometimes your best defense is a better offense in terms of ball security, shot selection, and shooting a good percentage from the field and the free throw line.
It's finals week here at Winona State, so that's another thing for your team to think about. How does having the last week of the semester and everybody's in class taking tests, how does that change what you try to do with your team as you make preparations for this weekend?
Well, early in the week, we're not going to overload them with a lot of information, a lot of detail, and we're going to shorten practices up, get them in, get them out, short, quick, good, high-intensity practices, and let them get back to focusing on, their finals and projects and things of that nature. So, it is a high-stress time of the year, and especially for the freshmen, the new people that are going through it for the first time. So some of them handle it and balance things better than others, but it's just part of the maturing process. And but we're very conscientious of the amount of time that they need to spend on the academic side of things to finish strong.
High stress week for the team, but hopefully also a very high relief time for the team as we get to this weekend. Test in the rearview mirror, focused on a little bit of basketball this Friday and Saturday. That's a 6 o'clock game against Sioux Falls on Friday night. Southwest Minnesota State comes to town at 4 on Saturday. Going to be two great games to begin the Warriors' home conference schedule. That's all we have with Coach Ballard this week. We will see you next week here on the Scott Ballard Show.